Next up in our show, we've got a really special treat from Happy to Meet You. So talk about a taste of Chicago. What we're doing here is doing what they calling baptize that beef and then putting it in a bun and then customizing it however you want. If you want a little extra au jus, then you can add whatever you want to it. And that is how you do that beef sandwich with the au jus from Happy to Meet You. We are offering a 2.5 pound of the Happy to Meet You pre-sliced and fully cooked beef with the au jus at a price of $89.98. If you're not familiar with Happy to Meet You, this dates back 3 generations when Scott Fisher and his family, and Scott's been in the industry since he was 10 years old, wanted to harness the best quality meats to create the traditional beef sandwiches or beef in any way you choose to use it, but it's the highest quality. This is the meat that is not sold in stores, only to QVC and to the high-end restaurants that Scott supplies to. We only have about 600 of these available, and there is no auto delivery. So without further ado, let me welcome in Scott Fisher. Scott, I wish you were here. I miss you.
You know, Jane, I miss you.
I know.
I'll be there next. Oh, it's great. It's great to be with you regardless, because I am just so excited to be bringing this back to QVC. And let me just first start out by saying that, yeah, you hit the nail on the head. We are the beef purveyor to the stars, and that's to the 5-star restaurants, resorts, the hotels in Chicago, Vegas, and a few on the East Coast. So this is the quintessential Chicago sandwich. This is what people line up for and on their lunch breaks. Very similar to the Philly cheesesteak, but this is the cousin, the Italian cousin. So we start out by slow roasting a full top sirloin.
Look at this.
We slow roast it with aromatics, with carrots, with celeries, with onions, and then we steam it for about another 3 to 4 hours. And what you get, the end result, is this tender, melt in your mouth sirloin with Italian seasonings. We extract all of the juice and the flavor. We package that up separately, and all you have to do, this arrives ready to go. You let it thaw, kind of break it apart, just I call it letting the meat breathe a little bit. And then all you have to do is gently put it into the au jus and just bring the au jus to a simmer.
Yeah.
You don't need to boil it. And you just toss it around for, I would say 30 seconds. You can do it for a minute, and then build your sandwiches as you need. And then I go ahead and put it on a classic Italian or French roll. I'll actually grab the tongs and I'll dunk it one more time.
You do another dip like me. You gotta baptize that baby, right?
I baptize it all the way, real good. And then you could put whatever condiments you'd like. I mean, in Chicago, we use what's called a jardiniere. It's some pickled veggies, but it is the best sandwich you will ever
A little
taste.
slather of horseradish on that bad boy. It is going to blow your mind. Maybe some coleslaw if you want. We have 400 remaining, and that's it. So I want to show, Leah brought us the actual packages.
Hi.
So this is what this is going to come looking like. And just so you know, when they arrive, they could be frozen, but they might not be. So as long as they're cold, Scott, correct me if I'm wrong, you can put them right in your refrigerator. And how long are they good in the fridge?
So it's good in the fridge up to almost 14 days in the fridge.
Okay.
If it's sealed. What I would recommend is let the meat breathe. Use what you'd like. You could repackage this. Put it in a lock and lock. You know, throw it back, portion it out into the size that you prefer, and then take them out as you need them. Or if you're having, it's great if you're having, some graduation parties. You have people coming over. Stick it in the fridge up for the 4th of July. You could literally take all 2.5 pounds and put it all in the au jus and have people come up and make sandwiches.
You get
it's just
2.5 pounds of meat and 2.5 pounds of the Italian gravy, the au jus.
That's like, because if you want to go in and dip again, and then dip again, and then dip a little bit more, the meat is fully cooked, right?
Fully cooked.
It comes fully. When I was a little girl, my grandmother we used to go to It's good to see you. We used to go shopping, and we always went to a restaurant where we would have it was a French dip sandwich then. I didn't realize then that Chicago had its own version of that.
Oh, yeah.
But this was such a fun memory of that. And then the fact that I can take the meat and make what I want.
You can
like
do
you
whatever
can make a
you
sandwich,
want.
but I'm looking at all the other good stuff.
I know. So doing it on the French fries for the fried nachos, using it in your stews, making that sandwich, using it as in a bread bowl, which of course you can get in there and dip in. And
Right.
I don't have
So
a whole lot to dip, but look at that.
What I'm doing now is you could take this classic beef, I am dunking it in a very warm barbecue sauce, and I'm going to toss it with a little bit of red onion because the beef is very versatile. And then of course, some fried onions as well. And you have the best Italian barbecue beef sandwich.
You got it. And Scott, it starts with a black Angus that is slow roasted, and so it's fully cooked and sliced thin, so it's easy to eat. This is a already prepared product, so you're literally just heating it up and then doing that dip. Put it in that big pot, in that 2.5 pounds of the au jus, and enjoy even like a taco with this. Would be good.
Yes.
And here, I'm just gonna take the beef and I'm just gonna put the beef right on some fresh focaccia bread. I mean, this is the best. Look at it; it's just a soft, pillowy, soft piece of focaccia. But then it doesn't stop there because the beef, again, is just so versatile. It's very flavorful.
Yeah.
It's tender because it's sirloin and it has just enough marbling to give it loads of flavor. But again, it's the slow roasting process.
Well, as expected, it is last call, Scott. So thank you so much. As always, a pleasure. And I look forward to seeing you in the studio next time. All right.
I will be there.
All right.
Week.
Good to see you. Bye-bye now. Okay, 92513, no auto delivery, so go ahead and pick this up and stock your freezer up with the Happy to Meet You already prepared Italian sandwiches, Italian beef au jus.